Hi, Stanley. Grandpa's going to read to you a book today called Stuck. And it looks like I've never read it before. It's one your mom bought for you a while ago. So let's take a look and see what Stuck is all about. Okay? Stuck by Oliver Jeffers. It all began when Floyd's kite became stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. See? Whoops, that's a little crooked. There it goes. The trouble really began when he threw his favorite shoe to knock the kite loose. And that got stuck too. See, there he's throwing his shoe up to try and knock the kite loose, and the shoe got stuck. So he threw up his other shoe to knock down his favorite one, and unbelievably, that got stuck as well. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. And there's Floyd right over here. Oops, let's get Floyd throwing up his other shoe, wrong direction. See right there? And guess what Mitch is? Mitch is a little kitty cat. Oh, what is he going to do with Mitch? Cats get stuck in trees all the time. But this was getting ridiculous. See, the cat stuck up in the tree too. So Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this all out once and for all. See, there he is carrying the ladder. And up he threw it. I'm sure you can guess what happened. See, he throwing the ladder right here, and then guess what happened to the ladder? It got stuck up in the tree too. Let's turn the page. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbor and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. And wouldn't you know it, the bucket of paint got stuck too. Then Floyd tried, well, we'll see. See, there he is throwing the bucket of paint. There's the bucket of paint. And there's Floyd, and he's throwing it up. And it landed in the tree too. See, right by the kite. Where's the kite? And the shoes, and the cat, and the ladder. Then Floyd tried a duck to knock down his bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair, the kitchen sink to knock down his friend's bicycle, Floyd's front door to knock down the kitchen sink. So here is Floyd. See the duck? Oops, there we go. Throwing the duck, and then the chair, and then the bicycle right there, and then the sink, and then his front door. My goodness. What's going to happen now? The family car to knock down the front door, the milkman to knock down the family cat, an orangutan to knock down the milkman, who surely had somewhere else to be. So there's the car and the milkman. You can see him there. And there's the orangutan. Boy, Floyd is pretty strong to throw all that up in the tree, isn't he? A small boat to knock down the orangutan. A big boat to knock down the small boat. A rhinoceros to knock down the big boat, a long-distance truck to knock down the rhinoceros, the house across the street to knock down the long-distance truck. So there's a small boat, there's the big boat, There's the rhinoceros. There's the truck. And there's the house right there. You have to get used to this backwards stuff. Hi, AJ. He's coming to read the story too. A lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street. A curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. There's the lighthouse. There's the whale. That tree's getting kind of crowded, isn't it? I know, AJ, it's almost lunchtime. And they all got stuck. Look at all those things up in the tree, Stanley. All of those things just to get his kite back. My goodness. A fire engine was passing, and he heard all the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help at all. And they went up, and up they went. First the engine, followed by the firemen, one by one. So here's the fire truck going by, and here they stop and say if there's anything they can do. And then they start all, one by one, climbing up the tree. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he'd be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. See, here's Floyd thinking he's got the idea, and there he's going to find a saw. What do you think he's going to do with the saw, Stanley? Huh? He lined it up as best as he could and hurled it up in the tree. See, he's got the saw, and then he throws it up into the tree. That's what hurled means. Okay. And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Floyd was delighted. He'd forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. That night, Floyd fell asleep exhausted, though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he was forgetting. There's Floyd's kite. So he goes out and flies the kite some more, and there he is in bed. He's thinking, I forgot something, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, he did forget something. Look at that. And there's somebody up in the tree that says, hang on a minute, lads. I've got a great idea. And that's the end of the story. That's a good little story, don't you think, Stanley? Did you like that? We'll try and do more when we have more time, okay? Now I'm going to click stop. Actually, AJ and I are going to click stop. And then, oh, AJ, don't be a pain. And then we're going to mail it off to your mom. Okay? Bye-bye, Stanley. Let's find stop. Stop! There goes AJ's tail.